Here's a little overview of Hollister Hills SRVA. It's in California, about 50 miles south of San Jose near Highway 101. The area contains 6,800 acres of terrain for all its different uses. And there's about 1,800 feet of elevation from the floor to the top of the hills. It has a couple spots for four-wheel drive vehicles, some hiking and cycling areas. It has 3 areas in the lower ranch for motorcycles and ATVs. Adobe area, the Rins Ranch, which is where I'm riding here, and the Granitic area. It's mostly clay in the Rins area. It holds moisture the longest, and once it gets a little too wet, it gets pretty slick, and they will shut it down at that point. It hosts intermediate and black diamond trails, although they are all pretty simple. Like this one you see here is rated as black diamond, but it's pretty easy, just a little narrow with some steep sides at times. The Adobe area is a bit drier and mostly easy to intermediate trails, pretty wide, good for families. And then there's the Granitic area, and it's mostly, like it says, it's granite. And the trails are often thick with like decomposed granite, which can be dusty and loose, but it holds up well in rain. It's probably one of the rougher areas, but maybe some of the more challenging trails. There's several intermediate and black diamonds in that area. There's a few lakes, some interesting trails. There's also several tracks at the facility. A small intermediate track. There's a vintage track that's mostly flat. A motocross track with some fairly decent jumps, an ATV track, a TT track, a small engine track. There's an obstacle course, and there's some other little areas that are track-like. They allow day use as well as overnight camping. Spots are dry camping, although they do have flush toilets and showers in all the campsites now. Additionally, there's a well-stocked motorcycle parts store. It's called the Fault Line. It's named that because this riding area actually has the Andreas Fault passing straight through the middle of it. And at this location, it's unique to most other SRVAs in California. The trails are all one-way, which is especially friendly to new riders. Less chance of head-on with other people. The rangers pretty heavily patrol this area for those that choose not to follow the laws associated with riding. Like most places in California, it gets a little hot in the summer. You can get into the hundreds and it can be a little miserable in the heat of the day. And in the winter, it can get a little wet, not too cold. Not really below freezing, but you're not going to see snow at this elevation or anything like that. You just get a bit muddy. It does get fairly busy on the weekends, but midweek the place can pretty much be yours alone. There's not a lot of people that come midweek. But Saturday and Sunday it loads up pretty fast, a lot of day use people. This is one of the bigger hills in the area. It can be challenging at times when it gets loose or if it gets muddy. At this point, it's in December. There's been a few rains, but it's still a little dry. It's not super difficult, but if you don't keep your speed up, you're probably going to get stopped. And all in all, it's a small but pretty fun destination.